Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation podcast. I'm your host, HTK, aka Higher Thinking, and this is my co-host,
King Savage.
Yeah, and then we have a pretty interesting conversation to share with you today. It is from a content creator named Naniasin. How you say that?
What you say that?
Right here.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I was asking. It looked like it looked like it's blending her last name with it, so it looked like Naya.
So yeah,
like Naya.
So we'll get it right though. But yeah, appreciate the conversation with us, huh?
It looked like Naya.
Naya.
Yeah,
okay.
Naya.
Yeah, I ain't got my glasses on me, so that's unfortunate. But anyway, yeah, we appreciate the content. We will definitely give you a credit, and it'll be in the description. But otherwise, yeah, she found some pretty interesting conversations or some pretty interesting videos and content for us to kind of take a look at. It is kind of further, I guess, calling the question the relationship between Arab Americans and Black Americans, which is which I don't know, if you grow up in the hood, it can be a kind of a love-hate relationship. I know for the most part, me and King Savage had grown up. We got love in their stories and stuff like that. You talk to them a little bit, they know where you coming from, they know your struggles, and they'll cut you some deals a lot of the time. But at the same time, there's other situations like what happened over on West End. I think was it 75th? What was it at? That J&J's.
What did you get? Yeah, that was something. No, that was over by like
West End.
That was Western, but that was going for. I forget. I think it was like 79th over by 79. It was one of those places, but over close by Cicero. But that shit. Yeah.
So yeah, they are, and yeah, he did.
I never knew really what happened. The whole story with that. I just know he whacked him. People really don't know the whole, like, they never told you the full story about that.
They didn't, but
they never did. They just kind of let that go away.
Yeah, I still don't like it though. But regardless though, like there's some things going on between the communities like that. But I like to think it's a lot of love at the same time. But that aside, politically things are definitely gotten very interesting to say the least. A lot of Arab Americans have been looking to Black Americans for like support for this whole culture, this whole thing that's been going on between Gaza and Israel and stuff like that. So I personally don't really like the idea of choosing sides like that. It's not really my fight per se, but like I don't know. But I don't know what else to say. Like sometimes you kind of get in trouble for saying the wrong things about these type of matters. So that's the other part of the situation.
It's only trouble if you go against the American way. So if you swing to the other side, they're looking at you crazy. So we gotta understand this. The world is always, all it is a big game. Everybody got a side. America's outside. If you talk about against your side, you look fucking crazy.
So we can put it here, but that's pretty much how it goes. But yeah, so let's see what these people got to say about apparently the Black support of like this whole Gaza situation, right? So
I've seen. I haven't. Let's get into this video.
This is the time for all the minorities, all the movements, all the working class to come together and really build power and really fight against the fascism that's been here, but finally popping its head out and being loud and proud about it. And unless we do something, really come together, it's gonna get real bad.
Sounds good, bitch, but we should have did this November 5th. But might I remind you, you said this.
Vote for, if you want Donald Trump to win, say that. Bitch, I will vote for Satan if I have to. I don't care who we gotta deal with for the next 4 years, as long as you motherfuckers know that you fucked up and you guys are gonna deal with some type of repercussion for what happened for the last 10 months. I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that bitch does not win and the Democrat Party loses the election. Fuck you guys.
What the fuck happened, bro? Like, you was talking all this shit in his last video about I get it. I know he's probably I don't know where he's from. I don't know his nationality and stuff like that. But in the event,
he's an Arabic American.
In the event he's from Pakistan or Gaza and all that stuff. He probably got family in the situation. That's unfortunate, but like, bro, you can't. I'm sorry, man. You can't make this video like a couple months later talking about we got to fight fascism together, bro. You are part of this
problem.
You know what I mean?
You work so hard for this problem that you created. So man, y'all need to get out there and y'all, you Arab niggas that did it, y'all was fucking with them. Hey man, y'all got to get out there and get the crime.
So
last time I checked, the white man ain't ever gave a fuck about a nigga cries. Because, we've been crying over this bitch almost a good 1,000. They don't give a fuck, so.
yeah, we was. I mean, I think we was the example for y'all to learn from, but y'all don't want to learn history. You know what I mean? But other than that, I mean, if they had just listened to Kamala Harris about the matter, she'd have said that, hey, we need to work towards a two-state solution. Whereas Donald Trump is over here talking about, we finna turn that motherfucker to a parking lot. You know what I mean? Well,
this bitch and
we gonna
put condos. And he asked, well, do you let the Muslim people live? No, this is gonna be a Jewish town. No. They will not reap the benefits of the condos and the lake views and the bad women going up the beach. Yes, we better put a beach over there in that bitch.
So
in the desert.
So I'm just saying, like, and I think black people have like the same issue about, oh man, we need our reparations. We ain't voting for Kamala Harris unless we get reparations. Like, listen, man, it's a process. It's a long conversation. Like, organized. There's a lot of stuff that has to happen before we get those reparations. At the very least, this lady's talking about I'll sign into law when if it were to reach my desk. Whereas the other nigga talking about, I don't see it happen, and then he's hopping on interview to interview. Some of them being hosted by black people, and nobody's asking about the platinum plan. You know what I mean? Nobody. It's like
platinum plan gone. That's why.
It's like the platinum plan. That whole conversation happened in another dimension or some shit.
They all forgot about it.
and we all forgot about it.
I would at least hold them to the fire. We need that platinum plan. You know what I'm saying? Hey, since we voted for you, nigga, that platinum plan. You know remember what you said, right?
That shit is blowing.
You said you was a man of your word, and when you're not just a big fat liar.
Yeah, like I said, like black Americans seem to just forgotten about this whole platinum plan ordeal, and it's I just don't see how we have it. I just don't see how he's being interviewed by black people that are even some of them trying to grill him. You know what I'm saying? Trying to give him a difficult interview. Have not brought up this platinum plan idea. I mean, because that alone would have dismantled a lot of his black supporters. Like all those people on a lot of
them don't know about it. So
the platinum, really?
No, they don't.
Is that bad?
Yeah.
that is pathetic. Like, that's like the biggest thing. Like,
black people don't know shit. They just want to get rid of Mexicans.
That's all they was thinking about.
That's all they was thinking about.
And that's not, and what and just literally even that, bro, fucking JD Vance himself said black people would have went through, I'm not black people, but the grocery price would have went up if we got rid of all those immigrants. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even that. They just wanted to get rid of all the new flunks of immigrants. They didn't have a problem with the ones that's been here, right? It was all the new ones.
With the black people, the black people had the problem with the new ones. But
it was like the influx of Venezuelans and all that. That's when black people started the trip. But before that, black people didn't give a fuck about Mexicans coming. They was cool. They didn't give a fuck.
But the point I'm making is if people understood that, I mean, because it's not hard to find out that illegal immigrants is working on these farms. Like we kind of, I do that.
No, because black people don't know who work on fucking farms. Some black people ain't never seen a farm.
So you saying they wouldn't have thought to even research it either?
No.
So we was doing from the beginning. But
they not thinking about. They just like, man, we gotta get these niggas about our neighborhood. That's all they saw, and then they saw when they was getting all that money. All it was when you saw that they was getting that, you like, man, I've been pouring this bitch for a long time. They never did no shit like this for me. So that's really what it was.
And you know what? I gotta be fair. You're absolutely right. So So I want to talk. Well, I don't want to go too far into like the immigrant situation, but there was a failure on the Democratic side as well, like for sure. And there was a way to handle that situation better. But that is a conversation for another time. But
they got manipulated. Like the media manipulate people with a race. People think only immigrants really coming in this bitch is Mexicans. That's not true. They use black Mexican people for the face of something, so everybody would jump on board. Then realize, it's everybody. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody has a hate for black and brown people. Even black and brown people hate on it. So that's the way they manipulate you. They manipulate with an ethnicity, but we gonna fuck with everybody on this though. But they use one ethnicity, same with DEI, because everybody thought DEI was black people. But when they put the numbers up, everybody else was supporting it, getting all that shit. It was the lowest number with the niggas. Everybody else was up here. So, but now they seeing, that was us. You see what I'm saying? But they used us as the face because everybody hates niggas. So if it's gonna destroy niggas, fuck it, yeah. Ready? Let's destroy it. And then they, hold on. Hey, why you doing this to me? Oh, you part of the DI. What you mean? I was just with you yesterday. Oh, that was diversity and inclusion hire.
That's that Paul Mooney nigga wake up call.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, pretty much. The black people definitely was hoodwinked into believing that these influx of Mexicans was a huge problem. But again, the point I was making is we have to understand that the sanctuary city thing needs to be addressed. It needs to be something that it's a conversation that was kicked down the road for too long, and now we finally reached a point where it kind of fucked us over a little bit. I know that Brandon Johnson was trying to do something with the federal funding. He wanted more federal funding, and Joe Biden didn't deliver on that. So that was a failure on the Democratic side as well, and it kind of just became a big shit show basically, where black people was left with in a confused state. So I gotta be fair for both sides, and because that's just a fair criticism that a lot of the MAGA niggas was making. But at the same time, deporting all these niggas was just not right. It's not the solution. It's just not.
This is gonna make a bigger problem for another day, and that's the problem. People think it's gonna stop one problem. It's gonna create another bigger problem. So it's just what problem you want to tackle. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just tackle the immigration problem than the fucking starvation problem and fried food. So
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? People need to pick their poison. They chose the wrong poison.
and so going back to the point I was making at the head of this conversation, JD Vance himself said that the grocery prices are going to go up, and everybody, all these angry people that hated Mexicans so bad, all collectively agreed that I'm willing to at least those that watch JD Vance say
they said
that.
they'll sacrifice that. They'll go through that pain just to give you, and that shows you the level of hate that they have for you. It's basically saying I stab myself to stab you.
And the crazy part about it is it's the lack of empathy of not just those immigrants, but also the people that are in a lower class that can barely fucking make it already. You know what I mean? The people that's living paycheck to paycheck. What's another 30% gonna? What's a 30% price hike in groceries gonna do to a family that can barely make it from paycheck to paycheck?
I'm trying to tell you.
So. I don't know. Folks need to start, doing a little bit more research, doing a little bit more history digging, and start reading these policies before they make their votes. Feel me? So,
guys.
He said all of this, and then he sealed it with a kiss. How do you expect us to come together in unity and form a community when there's no trust? You betrayed us. The black community told you this was going to happen, and rather than listening to us, you silenced us, you harassed us, you doxed us, you dehumanized us. You told us we don't know what genocide is, we don't know what oppression is. Imagine telling somebody who literally had to survive 400 years of slavery, we don't know what oppression and genocide looks like. You think just one day we just woke up and black folks were granted their rights? No, we had to fight for it. And one thing that we learned within that fight is also learning about this thing called harm reduction. We had to learn how to play chess, not checkers, and it literally took us years to get here. And the sad thing about it is the black community tried to give you the play-by-play on how we could help the Palestinian people, but you didn't want to listen to us. You said that we're stupid, we don't know anything about oppression, we're ghetto, hoodlum, genocidal trash. You dehumanized us. Told us that we don't know anything about a country that has literally been disenfranchising us for the last 400 years.
They been whooping y'all ass too for a little bit too. They want to talk. I'm just saying how you talk about it. They've been whooping y'all ass for a while. So
yeah, so they should kind of know like there's more than going straight to the thing that you want. Sometimes you got to play chess and checkers, and you understand it's kind of a long game. This situation with Gaza, I'm sorry, but that's two-state solution was the best option for you given the options. It just is what it is. I mean, I know if a motherfucker told me like, yeah, you can either vote for the women that's willing to give Chicago like a two-state solution, or we gonna bomb Chicago altogether. Like, who are you gonna vote for?
Two-state solution.
I mean, what are we talking about? Like, and then from that two-state solution, that's when we can start working politics. You can start coming together, organizing, and then start lobbying and doing everything.
Trump
you gotta
never
do
said he was going to do that. He said that after he became president. He just kept saying,
"No, what?
I become president."
Go ahead.
No, he said, I can stop the war in a matter of hours. I'll make sure nobody's get hurt anymore. You know, I'm gonna save both sides. And that's what he said to those people, and they believe the dumb shit because the way I don't know why. Cause it's crazy that people are so gullible. I didn't know you just believe shit when people just say shit to you. I was always taught to question shit. Like, how you gonna do it? And then when he once became president, I'm gonna blow that bitch up. What you talking? I'm gonna flatten that motherfucker like a pancake.
I don't know. I know some of the things he probably did mess around and say that at some points. I do remember him also saying that he has a very close. He's very aligned with Israeli at this point. But like the Ukraine and Russia thing, that's what he talking about. I'll end that one day, but. I feel like I do remember him being pretty one-sided as far as the Israeli thing and all that. I don't think he ever showed any type of compassion for the Palestinians and stuff. But that's some things I can. I'll do some research and I'll probably throw in this video and when I in the aftermath editing.
The only reason why you was even able to protest vote to begin with and throw it away is because of the blood that was spilled by my ancestors. So please get that fucking shit correct. And now y'all got the nerve to knock on the motherfucking door and ask black people, where are you at, black folks? We need you. Well, we needed you too on November 5th. And we told you that if you think that you are going to teach us a lesson, you're going to fuck around and find out first. Please don't come to black theaters. Don't come to black.
Fuck around and find out.
Bro is cooking for real though.
People asking us for shit in this moment. Okay, we only 2 weeks in, and we still haven't healed. We still have the dehumanization of it. We put our sweat, tears, and soul into this election, trying to save this nation once again for every other minority and marginalized community to betray us. And then you got the motherfucking nerve to show up to our fucking doorstep and tell us what the fuck to damn do. And we need to get your black ass up and do something. Please be gone with that bullshit. If anything, what y'all should be doing is trying to gain our trust again. Because I'm going to tell you right now, we don't fucking trust you. In order to build community, there has to be trust there. And you've already gone against the damn grain. You got 2 years to get y'all shit together before the next midterms and gaining black people's trust because we don't trust y'all asses. Because I'll be damned if I'm going to be on the front lines and being used as a black human shield for people who do not even give a fuck about my existence and played in our face and told us that they want us to suffer because they were angry. The same people who said that they were our allies when we said if you vote for Kamala Harris, don't worry about her. The black community will hold her accountable if we elect her. But rather than reaching across the aisles for a compromise, you decide to play in our fucking face and set off a fucking bomb and explosion. And now all of us are dealing with the consequences. So please leave us the fuck alone. Stop harassing us. Remember, we don't know anything about oppression. We don't know anything about organization. We're DEI hires. We're apes. All this anti-black shit that y'all was saying on this TikTok app to black content creators and black people. We remember. Yeah. Okay, November was number 3 months ago. We remember. The North remembers. Why is the onus always on us? Again, black people do something. Black people fix it. Black people organize it. Black people put it together. For us to tear it the fuck apart and then play in your face and claim to quote unquote be allies when all we ever do is lie. Because as soon as the white supremacists come a knocking, we're gonna run and find safety in supremacy and leave your ass out in the cold to fend for yourself.
And then when we ask for reparations, they like, oh, y'all just look for handouts. Oh, yeah. You feel me? So.
Again, black person, you're not human. Your life doesn't matter. Even though I have BLM in my bio, I honestly don't think it matters. I'm doing this for clicks and views and get invited to the cookout. Just stop. Why is it that everything that this black woman said has come to pass and it's been less than 2 fucking weeks? Why is it that everybody black was on the same damn time and the same fucking wavelength, but y'all couldn't be? Because again, y'all don't want fucking equality. Y'all want to benefit from white supremacy. And right now, black people are trying to internalize that, grasp that, and try to move differently around y'all because we do not trust anybody but our own in this moment. And can you really fucking blame us? Stitch this, bitch.
Y'all really missing the...
Okay. Any comments about brother, what he said?
I don't know. You spot on, man. Spot on, man. Said what he had to say, and I mean, this dude's a fuckboy, you know what I'm saying? Sitting over here crying. After saying all those disrespectful things about the black man and the black woman, it's crazy. And now you looking for our helping hand. I mean, a lot of these people keep saying that about us and then they crying to us. And it's like, they just, because we've been doing it for so long. We are the face of the fight.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. It's like the, I mean, what can we say? black and white, darkness and light, and all that stuff. They feel like if the white supremacist is like is in charge right now,
gotta go get the black.
Gotta get the black.
That's the only man. That's Superman. But they Lex Luthor, bitch. But all I want y'all to know is we Kal-El around this motherfucker.
So that's just the thing. Like, well, how can you really spell it, man? Like, if we always gonna be looked to for like as the heroes and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, we get left behind because y'all trying to chase that same bag, that same like likeness to whiteness, huh?
Just the camera changing, I think.
Oh no, you good?
Okay.
See that back there?
I don't know. I'm just looking at that.
No, it's behind.
Oh.
So like they're like say if they're gonna keep chasing this like likeness to whiteness, and like essentially keep leaving us behind, then I mean we can't do much with you. We can't trust you. You feel me? So until people can start to as I would say, get behind us and in our plights and what we got going on, then shit. In the meantime, shit. If y'all want us to help, y'all gotta pay us. Maybe we can be like political mercenaries.
I take their money just like the white man and say fuck them.
So
that's what I do.
All right, but so let's see like the rest of this a little bit, not all of it.
If your entire plan was to vote for Democrats and you think the Democrats or Kamala or whoever they put in as their puppet is gonna save you or is gonna make the world a better place, then bro, just sit on the sideline because you're not doing research. You're not listening to any of what the revolutionaries or the leaders of the past told us. The Democrats are not our friend, and neither are the Republicans. At the end of the day, regardless of who is in power, our goal should be to build community, to build coalitions,
now you won't
and to
talk
break out
about community. You just said fuck our community a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, bro. Nobody forgot, bro. Like, what are you talking about, man?
Hey, but because he's humble. That's a humble man on that camera. Now, first he was an arrogant man. He was talking with his nuts. You know what I'm saying? Then he got humble. Ah, man.
They really finna fuck our shit up.
Okay, community. Okay. Even though I voted for Trump, I'm sorry. Okay, I should have voted for community. Community is liberal. We gotta go in the middle.
Ain't that some shit, man?
Yeah.
All right, let's get the rest of this down out the way. Since we just watch the rest of this, about it up to this point.
The system that is currently destroying not just our communities, but the entire world. So if you are still choosing a side, whether it's Democrat or Republican, you are a part of the problem. You are not helping find a solution. So if you're just gonna sit on the sideline, like you could do that. At the end of the day, the only people that we need are the people that are willing to actually work.
Okay.
Nigga, we've been doing the work.
Yeah, so listen, nigga. Yeah, we know this already, bro. Most people that are politically aware and stuff like that, we know already. It's just that we all kind of collectively already understand that what the Republicans got going on is far removed from what we all need in society, especially the working class. And it's just that y'all motherfuckers a little bit too late. I mean, I don't know what y'all was what y'all distracted yourselves with up until this point, but like we done figured this political shit out a long time ago. Like the right now the political line is way too far to the right. Democrats and Republicans is a little bit too right of the neutral centrist line, if you ask me. Like Republicans think they're center, fucking Democrats think they center. No, they both a little bit too right from the center line, from centrist, if you ask me.
I mean, the Democrats would be fine if they just stop pushing all this gay shit. That's all they had to do. I mean, and just they was pushing that shit down too many people's throats, man, and little kids and the trannies being with the women and doing this. They was doing too much. They was doing too much and. People didn't like how the world was going in that direction. So a lot of people really sacrificed. They knew Trump probably wasn't the best, but they knew that he had stopped that. And they wanted that shit to stop really bad. That and immigration. Those are the two things that the Democrats gave him to run on. And that's all he kind of really needed. Because they wasn't trying to stop neither. That's the problem.
So this is my thing with that. Now, what happened during this situation, and I'm hearing this a lot, and this is what I kind of came up with in response to a conversation like that. Like the gay people, there's enough of them to essentially garner like influence. You know what I'm saying? If that influence is strong enough and if it's lucrative enough, which had a lot to do with it, then people, companies and different type of corporations will respond to it, and because they think that this is they can believe from a capitalistic standpoint that they can get some kind of sentimental political leeway in all of the in politics essentially. So yeah, they'll placate to this gay thing and the LGBT rights and all that stuff to just to gain like some affections and stuff like that. But all that aside, the fact of the matter is these people, like the LGBT people, they put their differences aside because there's big differences between those letters.
Yeah, those groups.
They came together and they lobbied. They put their wealth together and they made a scene. It's a big enough scene to garner the attention of the Democrats. Now, here's my thing, but obviously not from the Republicans, because the Republicans got the Christians on their side, and there's the opposing views there. So what I'm saying is yes, they made a lot of noise, and the Democrats are appeasing to their interests. But if black people, not necessarily black people, but if other Democrats have a problem with that agenda, then they will take that up with the Democrats, and they will essentially, this is all theoretical, okay? I'm not advocating for people to push gay people or anybody out of politics. I'm just saying, in theory, if a group of people have a problem with the stance or the judgments or the alignments of another group of people, then you have to essentially create a stronger collective, create a stronger union, and argue against those people's self-interest. I mean, that's just kind of how it is.
I mean, that's the problem. They acted like it was more gay people than it were conservative Americans, and that was the problem. They made it seem like they were the center of the world, and they was pushing their agenda globally, and the world was even tired of that shit. So it's like America's like, yeah, we feel you, and we gonna stop this shit. And they will pick the worst thing for themselves because we, like I said, we come from a place where people say, I would stab myself to stab you.
Well, that much is true. That much is definitely true. So I don't know. Like, I personally, like, hey, the current situation. I mean, me personally, it don't really bother me that much. I know that if I have a problem with my children, because I know I want grandkids and stuff like that. And if my kid comes to me with like questions and stuff like that, hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna raise my boy to be a boy. I'm gonna raise my girl to be a girl. But just I'm still gonna take a neutral stance. If society itself feels like it's a big issue, that this gay thing is a big issue, then let them voice that. But for me and my personal family, I have complete control over what happens within the confines of my house. So, or at least at least I have like the influence.
I'm just saying, just so you have a daughter and she want to do sports, and then you got to deal with the trans man and she get kicked in the fucking face. And you watching your little girl get beat up by
ain't no man for to send my daughter in the face.
That's what happens. You know what I'm saying?
No man for to kick my daughter in the face. I'll tell you that right now. Go ahead, my bad. But
yeah, I'm just saying, that was the world we was living in, bro. And we would have just, if nobody did nothing right, that was going to be the world we was living in.
Yeah.
And a lot of people really wanted that shit to stop. A lot of people, and I understood that because I wanted to stop it. It wasn't, I did the pros and the cons. I said, I really want that, but it didn't outweigh everything else I knew that he was going to do. Like, I was a couple months before, I was the person saying maybe we should vote for Trump. Then I was like, nah, the nigga crazy as fuck. I even took it back. It's all documented here. So I understand how you can get tricked. You think like maybe, okay, no, it wasn't it. It wasn't worth it. And I didn't give him that because I knew it wasn't worth it what we about to go through today. Even though I dislike what y'all dislike, I understand what we had a problem with. I do, but it wasn't worth this. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna kind of end more of my stance off. You can have the last word if you want it, but just like the situation with the Palestinians, just like that, and Arab Americans. If there was a position that the Democrats was making that you had a problem with, just like anybody else that may have a problem with LGBT rights and stuff like that, you have to come together and you have to essentially bring that to the forefront of you have to talk to.
They did.
But hold on, you got to talk to your state senators. You got to talk to everybody, and then you have to do it. You have to do it to the point where it influences the people that you voted for, because you can flat out say, hey, we're not gonna vote for you until you change your stance on this. And if they don't want to change their stance on it, well, they're gonna vote in somebody that won't that will. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's what happened. But people did do what you're saying they did. They ignored them.
No, this is what I'm saying is you're gonna have to do a better job. Look, listen, you're gonna have to do it to the point where that person won't get voted in the next time. And I don't think if you're saying that it's not gonna work, then that's just your opinion. I feel you, but I'm just saying, in my opinion, had they come largely enough, and if they held their feet to the fire, yeah, and if those men were if they ignored them, then those people that have a problem with these LGBT rights or what Kamala Harris or the Democrats stance on the Palestinian war or anything like that, if they serious enough, they simply won't vote those people in the next time. They say, you know what, I will vote for you, but I'm not gonna vote for you now because what you said to me 4 years ago. And then you can still bring in another Democrat, right, that shares that interest, that shares your mindset. It's just that they still are a Democrat.
Yeah, that's the point. But the Democrats all move under one accord. It's like that they all have this. I hate to say it, they all have this one mindset. So it's like they all push this gay agenda. They all want this type of way of life. So no matter what Democrats you do, they all follow this one accord. You know what I'm saying? Because the rumor is they only follow one leader. That's B. Barack. He has an initiative that he's been manipulating through the background for a very long time. I don't know how true it is, but that's what people believe. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the first president to push all these type of agendas. That push it the hardest, and every Democrat after him pushed it the same. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So you could only say that's his agenda.
Look, if there's something going on in the back end, then there's only look. It's like this. What I said is how it's supposed to go. Now, if there's things going on the back end that's contradictory to how things are supposed to go, the people are gonna have to make a decision about what they're gonna do with these politicians. But I would argue to say voting for the worst niggas is not a plausible solution. Now, other solutions, I'm gonna just let people use their imaginations to figure out what they would do to politicians that's essentially hard-headed and ignore the pleas and the cries of the majority. Because I'll be damned if somebody say something crazy, and this has nothing to do with Palestinian rights, this has nothing to do with Arab Americans, has nothing to do with LGBTs. This is just in general. I'd be damned if a large group of people that have my shared interests literally vote somebody out and then vote somebody in that is more aligned with our self-interest, and he does the exact same thing as the last person did because of this hidden agenda that's been going on and stuff. It might be time for some accelerated action. You know what I'm trying to say? So hey, again, I would urge people to be more creative than what their first instinct may be. But otherwise, I don't know. You got to earn your liberation sometimes. You got anything else to say?
Not at all.
Okay, so it's been Chicago Black Delegation. We catch you on the flip side.